Hey y'all, welcome to the Crafty Cove. My name's Missy. If you like farmhouse decor on a budget, then you are definitely in the right place. And I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Today I'm part of the Thrift Flip Thursday hosted by Savannah at Savvy Crafts with Savannah, Shayna at Robinson Repurposing, and today their guest host is Megan from Point and Polished. We'll talk about that in just a little while. But y'all, we're just going to get right into it today. DIY number 1. I got this Noel leaner sign from the Goodwill. It's originally from the Hobby Lobby. I don't know the original price, but I paid $5.25 for this. A little high for me, but I actually love this. And it turns out amazing, and the price was perfect. So the first thing I do, and I've lost the footage, is pull off all of the letters. And when I pulled those off, y'all, this glue stuck good. So I had to go through with my heat gun and my Cricut spatula and heat up this glue to get it to be more pliable so that I could get it off there. The letters pulled off, but then they left this, like just little pieces of it behind. So we go through, get all the letters off, get all of that excess off, and this is what we end up with. Now, I thought this sign was beautiful to begin with, but I wanted to make it something different. So now we're going to take our sanding block and we are going to go through and sand and scrape some more to get all this glue off. I don't know what kind of glue the Hobby Lobby uses, but goodness, it is some good glue, y'all. So we're just going to go through again, sand it all down, get it to an even surface. Once we get that done, we are going to, sorry y'all, I have to see what we're going to do. Oh, we're getting our paint ready. We are going to use linen white in Rust-Oleum, and this is chalk paint, and I use my chalk brush for this also. I'm not going to make y'all watch me paint this entire sign. This is a huge sign, and that's why you're not getting a full length or full shot of the sign, y'all. It wouldn't fit on my table, barely. And definitely would not fit into my camera angle. So we give this 3 good coats because that black and white buffalo check really tries to show through. So three good coats on the front and on the sides. Now we're going to do a little bit of distressing, and we're just going to take our sanding block and go all around the edges. Now in the corners I do a little heavier of a distressing than I do on the rest of the sign. Again, you're not going to be able to see me do it all, and I apologize, but y'all know how to sand. We're just sanding off the edges there, and it brings out that wood look, and I think this turns out so cute. Simple project, and it's basically just doing a little makeover on something that I found at the thrift store. And if you buy one of these leaner signs at Hobby Lobby, y'all, or anywhere else, not just the Hobby Lobby, they are expensive. I'm talking $40, $50. So to get it for $5.25 and then to be able to make it what I wanted, I was totally okay with that. So after we get all of our sanding done, we are going to take a decal that I made using my Cricut. This is a huge decal, so I had to do it in pieces. And for some reason, my vinyl does not want to stick to this. I'm not sure why. I think I accidentally grabbed the removable vinyl when I was cutting this out, and that could be a lot of it. But I just want to show you here that if you take your time, even if it's not wanting to stick, if you take your time, you can push it down. See, as I say right there, I'm just pushing it down, going through, pulling up my transfer tape, holding down my vinyl as I start to pull. And it is a little bit longer of a process, but again, I'm almost positive that I accidentally cut this on my removable vinyl instead of my permanent vinyl, and I really think that is a lot of the reason why it's not wanting to hold or stay on the board. So again, just take your time, y'all, and if you mess up, if it doesn't want to stick, you know, it will stick, y'all. It will stick. You're just going to have to be patient with it. And that's one of the things about Cricuts that some people don't like. It's just the vinyl, sometimes it just depends on where you get it. And this is not a Cricut vinyl. This is a Paper Studio vinyl. So that could be the other problem also. So we get this first word down, which is hay. And now we're going to put our next word, which is y'all. Y'all know me. Hey, that's perfect for me. And this is going to go out on my back deck. So I'm so excited about putting it out there. So then we take, we take our second word, which is y'all, and we're just going to put it on our transfer paper. Again, you know, it has some trouble sticking, but we get it. Once you get it on there, then we will Mod Podge, and that will make all the difference in the world. Here I'm just trying to figure out my placement, get it where I need it to go. We're going to start pulling it off. This was a little better pulling it from the bottom instead of from the top and from the side. So, you know, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we get it to work. And if you don't have a Cricut, you do not have to use a Cricut, y'all. You can use stencils, and that's kind of what I wish I would have done. Just made a stencil and used it, but I didn't. Now we're just going to take some Mod Podge. Could not find a brush for my Mod Podge, so I'm using a paper towel, and I rip my H. But it's no problem. It goes right back into place. I just, you know, as I'm Mod Podging, some of it tries to come up, but I just push it back down. And this really turns out awesome in the end, and it really does stick, and it has a really good stick after I put the Mod Podge on there. So after we get all the Mod Podge on there, we are going to take some twine from the Dollar Tree, and we are going to wrap it around the center here. Now this is going to be hard for you to see because, again, this is a huge sign, and I have a little work space. So I just flip it over, hot glue it, put some twine down, excuse me, and I wrap it around probably 4 or 5 good times. And that's it. This was a really easy project. The vinyl gave me a little bit of trouble. The letters coming off gave me a little bit of trouble, but in all reality, it was not hard to do at all. This is could definitely be a beginner's project. And I love how it turned out. Now I did lose footage of my bow that I made, just a messy bow to put on the top because I thought it needed some color. I love how that turned out. Y'all know I'm not good at making bows. And then I also made a little tag from the metal tags from the Dollar Tree that says the Netheries. Okay, y'all, again, I'm part of Thrift Flip Thursday. This is hosted every month on YouTube, the second Thursday of the month, by Savannah at Savvy Crafts with Savannah and Shayna at Robinson Repurposing. These ladies are amazing. They are 2 of my favorite YouTubers. I have watched them even before I had my YouTube channel. I absolutely love everything they do. Savannah is they're both farmhouse girls. They do a lot of farmhouse. They do a lot of thrift flips, each of them. And I love every project that they do. I stalk their pages to see what the new project is that they come out with every week. And I want to thank them for hosting this challenge, because this is actually, I do a lot of challenges, but this is one of my favorites, always is. And this month their co-host is Megan from Point and Polish. And I've just now found Megan, and y'all, I am absolutely loving her videos. She is so talented. Make sure you go check out all of the ladies in the description box, and I will also have a playlist to the Thrift Flip Thursday. Make sure you go check them all out and subscribe to all of them, y'all. You won't be disappointed. Okay, we're going to get right into DIY number 2, which is also our final DIY. I'm not sure what happened to my footage, so I'm showing you all in pictures. This is a sign that I got from the Goodwill for $3.25. Again, no clue what happened to my footage. Thank goodness I had some still pictures here. And I just take this and do 2 really good coats of the Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint all over the sign, front, back, sides, everything. This is what we come up with when we are done. Again, I have just printed out some decals, cut out some decals with my Cricut that say Farm Fresh and a little windmill. We're just going to stick those right on there. These seem to stick a little better. I did use a little bit different of a vinyl. I did use a permanent vinyl on this and a Cricut vinyl. So they do stick a little better, but we do go ahead and Mod Podge. Again, if y'all don't have a Cricut, you can use stencils. You can use Dollar Tree stickers. You can use Walmart stickers. You can use your own handwriting. My handwriting is awful, so I do not use my handwriting. Or I do use it sometimes, but as little as possible. After I get those on there, I'm just going to go through and straighten them up a little bit. And then we're going to put the next word, which is fresh. I think this turned out really cute. This is an odd shaped piece, so I really didn't know what to do with this, but I go ahead and I just thought the Farm Fresh turned out really cute with it. What I showed you there is my H hangs off of my transfer paper a little bit. That's not a big deal. I just stick it on there anyway, and it's fine. It sticks just great. So we take our transfer tape off. Again, a little bit of trouble, but nothing like the first project. After we get all of that done, we're going to put our little windmill on there, which goes in the middle of the words. And if you don't have a Cricut and you use some other thing, you know, your handwriting stickers, whatever, I know that Hobby Lobby sells a lot of the little windmills. I used one in a previous project on my video before this, so y'all can go check that out, and you could just stick that right in the middle of there also. I just think this turned out so cute. I think this is going to go in my kitchen. Y'all know I travel with my husband. I'm never home, so I cannot wait to get home and actually start decorating and staging these things in my own home. So now we're going to take some Mod Podge. I did go get me a little foam brush, which makes it so much easier to spread the Mod Podge, and we just get it all over there. Now we're taking one of these welcome hangers from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to take off the welcome part and take off the little chains. I do save those chains because you can use those for many different things and other projects, so I always try to save those just in case I'm going to need them. Now I'm going to take some more of that Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint, and we are going to paint this truck everywhere that it is blue. I tried to leave the black that kind of highlights the places in it as much as I could. Some of it I did cover on accident, but you know. But what we're doing is we're putting this Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint all over it, and then we're going to sand it down to make it look real worn and let some of that blue come out and shine through. And it's an old farm truck, y'all, and that's what I'm trying to convey on this. So we get all that painted up. Again, all the places that are blue, I go ahead and paint it. I just used an old brush and just went in and got as well as I could. Now that we've got it all painted up, there's what it looks like. We're going to take our little finger sander and we are going to distress this truck everywhere. The wheels, the tires, everything, every part of this truck. And you can see that blue coming through. I didn't want a bold blue, but I don't mind the little bits of blue that shine through this truck. Again, I think it just looks old and worn and tattered, and I love it. So now I'm going to take my little snips here that my husband got me from the Home Depot, and I'm going to cut off this metal flag. Now, this is not hard. It was really simple, but just really be careful because y'all, this is metal. I just cut and pulled back, cut and pulled back. Just be careful that you don't cut yourself. After we get all of that cut out, we just take our finger sander and I just sand the edges really well. Now I take these little O-hooks, I guess. I don't know really what they're called, and I screw them into the bottom of the sign on each side of the windmill. Ooh, can't talk today. Taking some Dollar Tree ribbon, gingham, buffalo check, I don't really know what you want to call it, and I'm going to just fold these over on each other and glue them at the bottom. I'm just going to make some hangers for this. That way I can change them out if I don't want them. If I want something else, I can just go through and cut them off. I'm just going to run them through those hangers, put a little dab of hot glue on there, and glue those together. Again, the whole reason for this was if I decide to change it out, I can just cut those off and it's not a big expense. Now we're going to glue our truck. So we're just going to put a little dab of hot glue at the end of each of those ribbons, glue our truck right on there, and that's it, y'all. So easy, but such a different look. And I believe this one was like $3.25. So for both of these big projects, I only spent $8.50. Where are you going to find farmhouse decor, large pieces, for $8.50? Y'all go out, thrift, go to your Goodwill, go to your thrift stores, yard sales, find you things, make them yours. That's the whole fun of crafting. Thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate it more than you know. I would love it if you would like and subscribe. And I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Y'all come back now. You hear?